What is going on, guys? My name is Cakes Mitchell, and I was wrong. Woo! No, don't. NF just released the title for his new upcoming album to be released on October 6th, 2017, and that is Perception. So, with NF's new song and music video with green light, at the very end of the song, he has a notebook which reads Perception across the front of it. A lot of people suspected that his new album was going to be called Perception. I personally was not one of those. I thought it was just relative to the song. I thought that Perception, like each ring on the keychain which was found in Outro, was going to be represented by a different emotion, and that Perception was going to be one of those keys, and he would have a different word or a different thing for each one of those 6 keys on the keyring. But I was wrong, and NF's new album is in fact called Perception. So let's talk about this a little bit. So on the album cover, we got NF inside of a cage. He's holding the keyring, and he has a door with a key lock, but for some reason is not unlocking the door. So what does this album cover mean? What should we expect from this album? And what is this all about, basically? So my first takeaway from this is that I think this album is heavily going to be focusing on people's perception of NF and them wanting him to be locked into this certain style of music, that dark, heavy kind of stuff, and him battling with that and wanting to create different kinds of music, maybe less dark music, and his fight against that and that whole shebang. Because he said in his other songs of Green Lights and Outro that people want him to make this dark music, and he was curious of how, if he doesn't make that music, how it's going to make his audience feel. And he said that Outro and Green Lights are not on his upcoming project, so that's a little weird. Well, not necessarily weird, but we haven't heard anything from his new project. He said the last 2 are not on his project. So this is my theory going into this album, rather. Outro might have been the outro of the really dark, depressing NF. Now, I don't think he's going to completely switch into a new, different kind of artist, but I do think he might get a little bit lighter on tracks, maybe make some different kinds of music, maybe play with some hype music a little bit, because Real was his most popular song, and that is an amazing song. It's a lot different from some of his other stuff, like How Could You Leave Us? It's a little bit more up-tempo, and maybe that's the direction that he wants to go. So this image is very powerful because NF is locked inside that cage with the keys to get out of it. Like, people perceive him and want him to be locked inside this box. He has the keys to get out, but right now, in this very moment, he's staying within that cage and is contemplating whether to leave the cage, leave the perception of others, or to stay inside of it. On the past 2 Hidden Meaning videos, I kind of talked about the whole thing with his new record label, NF Real Music LLC, and being separate from Capitol, but people have informed me that actually NF Real Music LLC is a subcategory under Capitol Records, and that I'm not sure where that whole thing is. I thought a lot of the album was going to be about that, but I'm kind of changing my tune here a little bit, and I think it's actually going to be about him wanting to make different kinds of music. Now, that could be in relation to the record label, and it could not. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see when the album finally comes out. But, dude, I'm so excited for this new album. So that's all I really got today. What do you guys think about this album cover? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you expect from the album? Is it something completely different from what I spoke about? Or do you think I'm on track? Am I off track? Let's start a discussion in the comment section below. My name is Cakes Mitchell. You can follow me on Instagram @CakesMitchell. And until next time,